was up against the best female player in the world, but as he continued to embarrass her with each point, it started to get quite hard to watch. It was dubbed the Mother's Day Massacre, the day when 55-year-old former men's professional player Bobby Riggs obliterated the world #1 in women's tennis, Margaret Court, in straight sets. It was a disheartening day for women everywhere, not just because a retired men's player had so easily crushed the top woman in the sport, but because of the man who did it.
A 55-year-old guy beat those girls forever.
Bobby Riggs had become notorious for his obnoxiously sexist views.
Personally, I wish a woman would stay in the home and do the kitchen work and take care of the babies.
And he proudly wore the label of male chauvinist pig as a badge of honor. And after this win, Bobby's already big head continued to balloon out of control. He boasted that he was going to tour the world, defeating the best women's tennis players from every country to prove his superiority, like some kind of misogynistic supervillain. His taunting was relentless, and it particularly infuriated Billie Jean King, who, by the end of the year, had surpassed Margaret Court as the newest world #1 in women's tennis, and as a leading figure in the women's liberation movement, fighting for equal prize money and respect for female athletes. It felt like a direct assault on everything she stood for. So, a $100,000 winner-take-all match was set between Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs, and it was dubbed the Battle of the Sexes. On the day of the match, it truly did become an insane spectacle, drawing what was at the time the largest crowd to ever witness a tennis match in the US. Billie was carried into the arena Cleopatra style by 4 bare-chested men dressed as ancient slaves. Bobby followed with his own dramatic entrance, arriving in a rickshaw pulled by a team of models he called Bobby's Buxom Beauties. The crowd watching knew whatever happened in this match, it was going to be talked about for years to come. When playing against other women, Billie was known for her aggressive, powerful style. However, after deeply studying Bobby's game, she understood that she couldn't compete with him on power alone. Despite his age, Bobby was still an impressive player, but he certainly wasn't as fit. So Billie devised a different tactic. She was going to make Bobby run. She'd use lobs, drop shots, and baseline rallies to move him all over the court, forcing longer points, confident that Bobby would eventually run out of steam. As the match began, Bobby took an early lead in the first set. However, Billie's strategy started to pay off quicker than expected, and to the shock of many, she won the first set 6-4. Bobby was shaken, and while he continued fighting for his own sense of masculine pride, Billie remained cool and composed and took the second set 6-3. By the third set, Bobby was exhausted and demoralized. Billie needed one more point to win, and then
the winner of the Battle of the Sexes, Billie Jean King.
Billie Jean King won in straight sets, and Bobby Riggs never played a one-on-one match against a top female player again.